Okay, so I started another stream now. Okay, I'm talking on two different channels right now. So I'm talking on two different channels right now. So I'm on two channels. Wow. Just let me see something. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Am I on both channels? So I'm on both channels. The last thing I left here, I was talking about KitKat. And I was talking about chocolate bars. And I was talking about that I have to read out what Mr. Messer said. Oxy. Let me get to Oxy. Let me see here. 12 plus 1. This is 12. Okay, I'm going to answer this. It's an hour, 21 minutes, and 14 seconds. Okay, so what it is in 12 plus 1, okay, is I rather do it 6, 1, 6, 6, 6. And then this, okay, is going to be 6, 6, 6, 6. But the total evaluation of this, okay, is 13 and 13. But the evaluation of this, okay, is not actual see, this is going to be 13 and 13, but this is not going to be 13, 13. When you get over here, you're going to get what is 4. How can I explain that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me take this away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 to 6, and then this is the center one. So it'll be this one center, okay? Everything comes in. And then we have to do this. Did I do this right? No, it's got to be here. Let me take this away. This is the raw center. This is the raw center. So when you're cheerleading and you go rah, rah, there you go. But you can go rah, rah, rah because your first raw is raw 1. Your second raw is raw 3. And your third raw is raw 5. S-U-N. In rotation of 33. Rah, rah, rah. So I'm on the other channel also. So I'm not sure if I'm watching myself or where I'm live to, because I'm marked live on 2 channels. So I was talking about, Rodriguez was talking about, Mr. Rodriguez was talking about 12 and 1. And what is 12 and 1? There's many things to do it. I'm doing this off of Monopoly. I can also do it. Let me see. 12 and 1. First of all, your first creation in the beta world starts at 3. It's alpha, beta, 1 and 2. That's it. It's a dot and a line. It's a dot and a dash. You can't arrive at any point without putting a point first. So you start from the point in the center, you go all the way around, or you go around what is the square, and then you have 4 points of departure. And when you connect them up, you got a major source point of departure. Choosing sides, all entries are this way. We don't walk through the center here. This is where the rope goes in. You can turn it at the same time. These can also be tunnels. These can also be tunnels. Let me just explain something else. The reason I said, I got a little bit off, the reason I said this is 13s, but this is different, is because when you get here, there's a 4 area involved in a corner. It's a 4 area. These areas, the trains, end in a 2 area. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Is it the 1/3? Is it the mirror of the first 3 that created the 4th one, meaning it is 1/3 living amongst the other 2s? One of the reasons is when you put 2, 2, 2, that's fine, but otherwise you put a 2 over here and we put a comma over here, which looks like a 9. So we only work in formations of 3. Here we work in formations of 1 and 3. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. But the in-between is 2 and 2. There's 2 numbers that float in between, so we're jumping over 2 by jumping 3. Jumping onto the next pad. Where else? So yeah, so this is going to be 6, 6, 6, and then 6. So you're going to have RX. Let's not call Rex the red dog. And let's not call it RX. I can play with this and tell you some stories about it, but I'm not sure if I want to go there. Or you can go REICHE. X is the gateway. It is the inverted alphabet to what is C, to what is 100, to what is 10. C is 100, X is 10. I now go to the other tool that I was taught, and it was Roman numerals. So I know in Roman numerals that the X is 10 and that the C is 100. So I need X times X equal to C. So that's 10 times 10. So now I have to create another situation where I'm going to use this to bring this closer to something else. Let me just shut this down, whatever it is. Okay, so I don't want to lose my position. So let me just show you what this happens. Is because there's 6 areas to the trains. 2 are the trains and 4 is the roadway. 2, 4. So the equation would be 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. This equation would end up creating 14, creating 5, creating 1. Can we just take this to another page? It's hard for me to do it. I have so many equations I didn't even finish. 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. 6, 1, 6. 8, 1, 8. 14, 14. We have 2 rings. We have A, D, N, D, N, A, C, C. dance. The deacon. This is, I'm not really sure how to spell this. Is it the deacon? So it's the dance of the zodiac and the sun. These two would refer into the passage inside the sun, D and E. They're a base. The reason they're a base is because D and E are in the lower cycle of position in the alphabet. I'm going to explain it to you is that where we go A to I is only a single letter, valued at 27. Okay, 77. It's talking about matter alone, divided matter between the two worlds. The reason 77 is because I said it's two sevens. The reverse alphabet of a single letter, okay, and itself is AZ equals to 27. 1 and 26 equals to 27. The word deacon runs with something with the zodiac or the stars, so I can only learn the base of everything. We have D and E, which is the fourth and the fifth letter. This is the IT system. The AT and the IT system in creation, KAT and KIT. Okay, and we have a piece here and a piece here, and then we have the you see those fives? Whoop, you see those fives? These are your Kit Kat pieces. These are the separations between them. And those fives are actually showing rivers. I'm not sure how many pieces you have. I don't remember how many pieces you get. And at the same time, I'm not sure which way you can represent it. What's inside of 0? Oh, 1 is inside of 0. 2 is inside of 0. 3 is inside of 0. No, 4 is inside of 0. What's inside of 0? So anyways, we have this equation, and this house, and I always like to use the word house, is calculated to be 68. Planet is calculated to be 68. There are two words, and I'm going to just make it easy. Lap 10. 10 equals to 39, and lap equals to 29. The total is 68. 59 and 68. 9 and 9, 18. 1 plus 8 equals to 9. 3 and 2 is 5. These are the letters to what is EI, EI, and what is EIEIO. 5 through 9. That's all there is, 5 through 9. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the builder of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the builder of 10. You notice it creates the L? And it's just ironic. It does all go together, but I don't want to force it on anybody. It has to be just for right now. It just has to be a piece in the puzzle. That what you can do is you can go 4, 1, 2, 3, and then what's left over is 7, 8, 9, 6, and then we're surrounding what is the E worlds. Or what we can also do is we can go 9, 6, 3, 2, and we can cover it up with what is 8, 7, 4, 1. See, there's 4 numbers here, 4 numbers here, 4 numbers. They're just the opposite numbers. And whoop, did I just miss not showing that to you? They're just the opposite numbers here. But this is building of the equations. But this is just singularity because I have to put more calculators together. Right? First, this is the first one. This is what divides everything apart. When I showed you the Monopoly before, where's that Monopoly? So much going on, so much going on. Okay, anyways, irregardless, because in Monopoly, just going to do it this way. Okay, this is this, but this is the smaller version. This is the smaller version. This is the smaller version. Okay. So this is where we get 6, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6. These are our doorways. We're not going to count these ways over here. This is what is 13 and what is 13. The equation equates to what is the house planet. Inside of planet is the word lap 10. Just one of the words. I'm not going to go any deeper to why we start with the L. If you start with the L, it has to be a 3 and a 9 equaling to 12. You cannot create it with a 1 and a 2 because the 1 and a 2 are the pieces you put together to create everything else. The dot and the dash. The first letter, the capital letter, starting with a C for creation. And what is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2 equals to 1. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. So how you created what is, how you took blue with yellow is the beginning of your creation from what was either red on red or what was red on blue or white. Red, white, and blue. This reality comes from the horses, where the 1 is red and the 3 is blue, and then in the other horses, the 1 is red and the 3 is white. And it's funny that the 2 and 3 interchange with each other. So we're talking about Mother Venus with the spirit inside creating Earth, in which the mirror of all is what is the 4th planet. J, plug me in, Mars, and this is where we live right now. So if you're watching things that says, hey, look, we found something on Mars. Yes, everything is on Mars, Earth. We are just in Area 51, more or less, running around the 60-second clock. Does it ever seem like in the day you're dazing off and you can't figure out and the day is long? Everything is being stretched out. You're so used to being where you are and doing, you will not notice. The greatest dream will always be a dream, because that's how it remains the greatest dream. Because you can change, you can twist, you can change situations. It's a dream. You can make it better forever. But once it happens, it's over. It's no longer a dream. It was an actuality, a reality for the moment, and now it's past. To the long lost past, but never forgotten, for stories into the future, should you be able to remember, should somebody bring it up, by sharing the honest truth, the goodness that comes within creation, in the flower of life, where your mind grows like a flower. It's just bizarre to explain it that way. I was showing you the Kit Kat, and the reason for these V's is it shows like a river or it shows a passage like a distance, but I usually like to show my distance like this. And the thing about the 4th one, right, in this 4 pieces of Kit Kat, this is what I would call the picket fence. I would like to rather call this the truth, okay? And this is French for grave and aigu. Playing at 7th gate of creation. 7 by 21, 147. 147. 7 months, you have 31 days. 4 months, you have 30 days. And then you have 1 month, let's say it's 28. But this is not how the days are counted. You can never get more than 5 days in a row in the actual world. Although you have 1 and 6, 7, you can never get more than 5. And since you can get 5, where does 5 come from? It comes from what is 1 in between 2 equaling to 3. So that's your stretch. This, when looking back from day 4, you can look out at the average between the first 3 days and to see whether day 1 and day 3 was the average of what day 2 was, or how much the average or distance or change between day 2 and day 3 was the difference between day 1 and day 2. How can I explain why? The brain has to know. To breathe, to have flowers of life, to have creation, it has to be understood what is perfect. 4 balls, AI, 3 strikes. The action pitch. The action pitch, okay, is the 6th pitch. Sorry, the action pitch is the 5th pitch. But how do you say what the result? The result is on 6. Can I explain it? 4 balls, 2 strikes. Before this happened, it was 3 and 2. Or it's 3 balls, 3 strikes. Okay? And this will create 6 and 9, and this will create 6 and 8. This is the house planet, created by number 4 and 2. Why E and I? Because 5 and 9 equal to 42 each. The cat equals to 42. And in between what the average is, 432, our vibration, to what is 144 times 3 equaling to 432.0. And what is that? That is 1,440 minutes in the day, in which if I multiply it, 18 times 18. 18 is the half number, and it is Ra. It is Chai for creation in the heavens of AI. The heavens and AI, where birth comes into the connection to life as a dot and a dash, connecting a bone or having a joint. Having a joint. But you go, I'm going 25 years to life in the joint, 420. 80, and I get there from the 2 heavens. But when you bring the 2 heavens together, you multiply them equaling to 64. So now I'm not sure where in the computer world that 64 fits, but this is going to be Zion, Israel, the house of 24 and 10, 34, the house of DC. 7 times 7 times 7 equals 343 CDC. 343. The 7th game, but in the 7th game, only one team will win 4. The other team will win either 3, 2, 1, or 0. So what does that tell you about the 7th game? Is that in our vibration of 4320, it's in the celebration of Venus, Earth, to what is Neptune, Uranus. And Neptune, the fork, if I'm just going to do it straight. So if you connect the Neptune fork, you're connecting 1 and 1. And then you're connecting 1 and 1 together, 11, the separation of the 2. Now you have the fork. So I'm just going to just see what happens to this fork. Because that fork is just a piece of material that's going to connect maybe 2 worlds. And I call these the delta angles, separation of the bulls. So we have the line that goes on here. You see this one over here. So now you do this. Let me see. Now you do this. And then you put 1. When you have to put 1 over here, you can't do it over here. You have to create a block. And the reason for that is you're using a single cube in the center of this line. You see the way the line passes through the center? But you can't have a single line in the center, so you have to make it a square. So right away, if I want to talk, I can now talk about the trains in Monopoly. And the trains, where? The trains extended from a corner? I don't know. I'm just thinking. but it's not the trains next to this corner. It's the trains. I'm just trying to figure out how we can get, is it this the major train? Anyways, or would all the trains be doing the same thing? I'm just trying to think. Anyways, let's stop. I don't want to get into that. These hats are what the elves wore, and then once the hat is on the head, it loses the point, and then it becomes more or less like that, part of a hexagon. I need a glass of water. I'm going to try and see if I can continue on where I am. If there's anybody here, I wouldn't know. I'm on 2 channels at once, so I'm not sure who's here. And I wanted to bring up, I was finishing off with Andre Rodriguez on my other channel, and that 12 and 1 in the Monopoly, the trains, the separation with one single odd number separation, you will separate. You will separate all the areas. Monopoly is based on 6, 6, 6, 6. If I'm standing in this area of 6, there's only 6, 6, 6. I'm the missing piece. I can look at it that way. There's 4 sides of 6 is 24. It's 18 and 6. R and F. And those are my initials. The total is 13. M, R, M, F, and those are my 3 initials. But anyways, it's just ironic. We spoke about 68, the house planet. That comes from 4 and 2. We talked about what 4 and 2 is 6. We talked about what 33 is 6. The 18 times 1440 is going to equal 25,920. And that is the long Mayan cycle. And in a 25,920 times my base 13 moons equals 33,696. That's how many moons have passed to a 13 moon gauge. Okay, 33 rotation in the sun, 36 because 2 highs come together, creation of the light. Nothing starts until 3, and 3, 6 are ironic that on the 3 you're missing 6, and on the 6 you're missing 3. On the 5 you're missing 4, and on the 4 you're missing 5. On the 3 you're missing 6, and on the 6 you're missing 3. So you have 6, 5, 4, 3. But on the 1 and on the 2, on the 1 you're missing 8, and on the 2 you're missing 7. And that is your heaven's gate. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, 7 and 8. And if we want to bring 7, if we want to create 17Q, Q and Z, 26 letter. The house of DC, 88. So let me not get into that. Let me think what I was doing. Yes, here is number 1. The reason I did this is because here is number 1. I just finished the 1's formation. That's all I did. Here's number 1. And then I'm going to finish the 7 formation. Let me do it on another page. And then I'm going to get back. I think I want to do this again. I'll finish this after. It's going to be easy. Let me do it again. Here is a triangle, but for me, it's number 1. Now, number 1 sometimes shows that it's not only number 1. I can't see. I might have to turn this light on. Number 1 also comes down and ends up here. So you have 1 and 1. Because a lot of times when you see this, they're putting a plate underneath. So if they're putting a plate under 1 and 1, then why don't we just finish the design and just show you that? So now you have 1 and 1. This is within the pitchfork, okay, of Neptune. Now, where would we extend our next ones for the pitchforks? How wide apart would that 1 be in the pitchfork? We went by Let me see. I went 2, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4 according to Monopoly. And so this is both sides. So I figured that the pitchfork would be maybe 2 away from it, would be here. So I'm going to put my other one here and then do this because it matches up with the end here. And then I would, I don't know if I should have put it up here. Is the side a little bit lower or not? Or is it the same length? And then I'm going to go up to here and then go like that. Don? Don? Okay, I'm doing a video, so I'm going to put the video on pause, and I'm going to be back in 10 minutes. Wow, I can't believe I lost the connection, but I was running on the other one. So I'm going to stop this one and leave it go with the other one. I'm not sure how long I lost the creation for. So we're going to end this one.